tonight, my middle children decided to protest dinner. Their way of doing that was by chanting and throwing the food on the floor. Obviously, got out of hand, and my oldest child was like, "You guys aren't doing that right." My 6-year-old says, "Yes, I am." And then, of course, it goes back and forth about the right way to protest. My oldest finally goes, "Well, let's ask Dad. He taught First Amendment law for years." I was like, "All right, well, fine. You're twisting my arm. Let's talk about it." I was like, "Well, oddly enough, the first mistake you're making is that I haven't given you permission to protest." Sounds really weird because why would you need permission to protest? But here's the thing, is that the First Amendment doesn't allow you to just protest anywhere you want. What it protects you from is the government giving you consequences for that. What it also entails is that the government can't decide which things can be protested and which things can't. What most people don't know is that in order to do like an organized protest, you actually have to have a permit to do it. It means if you go to, any old protest and it's like a big thing, make sure you're sticking to the actual parts where the permit is granted. That will keep it lawful, and it also makes it so that you don't enter a private space. Public versus private meaning public, government owned, fair game with a permit, again, First Amendment. Privately owned, a store parking lot. Don't do that. Not included in your First Amendment rights, and also that's private property, so you can actually be charged with trespassing. Key for the First Amendment is the term peaceful protest. You can chant all you want about how much you don't want dinner tonight. Throwing food, that's getting kind of close. Throwing food at the walls, damaging the walls in this house, that's not protest. That's not protected. The First Amendment does not protect and has never protected violence, property damage, etc. It also does not protect blocking traffic without a permit. Another reason why, if you're in one of these large protests, that you should stick to the actual streets that have the permit. So not protected under the First Amendment are things like true threats, citing what's called imminent lawless action. That's no good. Really, any time that the protest becomes anything other than peaceful does not mean it can't get angry. They often do, or there is a very distinct difference between angry and angry paired with something else, such as an action. And practically speaking, if you're, again, protesting dinner at the dinner table, you want to do things like not bring anything with you that could be construed as dangerous, even if it's something simple like a metal bike lock. It's not worth it. Think of it as anything that the TSA would not allow you to bring through the airport. Probably don't bring that to a protest either. So phones disappeared in protests really, really fast. Since none of us can remember phone numbers, probably smart to keep something on you that has some phone numbers of people that you want to call. Of course, after I explained that whole thing, they just kind of stared at me and they were like, "This dinner's really bad." I was like, "I know, I don't want it either. Let's make pizza."